Okay, so this was one of the examples he used in the video, where we have 16 bits of information. And do you remember which ones he was using as parity checks and which ones actually contain the information?
So I think it was the powers of 2.
Okay.
So it was this one here, this one here, this one, and this one.
Okay.
And this is counted from 0 to 15, so this is bit 0.
Yeah, and that bit 0 in his construct was a special one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go through his video, the first, what's this one up here? Do you remember what that one checked?
This checks this column and this column. This is a parity check for this and this column, and actually what a parity check does is it just goes through and counts the totals, all the digits, and says if it's even, you put a 0 here, if it's odd, you put a 1.
Okay.
Here.
All right, so why is that 1 and 1 then?
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 ones, so
Okay.
the total is 5, and it's odd.
Okay.
This one, I think it checked these columns. I
Okay.
think. And you can see you have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, so the total is 4, which is even, which makes this a 0.
Okay, good. What about this 0 here? What did that one check?
This checks this column and this column,
Rows.
or row and row.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's 4 ones, so it's even. And I thought this one checked these rows here, but there's 5 ones.
Oh, you know what? We may have pulled an example off the screen that was where there was actually an error.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's good. We just I took a screenshot, and I may have taken the screenshot from his example of correcting an error. So let's make that a 1. It does check the bottom 2 rows, so you've got 5 ones.
Okay.
Okay, good.
And then he also explained that you can use this bit 0 as a parity check for the entire grid.
Mm-hmm.
So counting everything. In this case there would be, I forget, do you count the actual redundant bits that are parity checking the rows as well?
Yeah, I think you said you did.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in this case it is a 1 still. So this bit here is a 1.
Okay. And can you explain why does this help find if there was an error?
It helps to pinpoint where the error is. So maybe I'll just make an error in the data.
Okay.
So if this was changed to a 0.
All right. So the original message that had a 1 there. Actually, we have some new markers, so maybe we could make it a different color.
Yeah.
So the original message was sent in the way we described, and then you're changing it. So maybe I have a green if I can get this package open. All right, so circle the one you changed.
This one here.
Okay. So now, what happens?
So you do a parity check for this row and this row in the first box here.
Okay.
And it would come up even in this case. So, since the parity check is a 1, not a 0, you know there's been an error in one of these 7 spaces.
Okay.
So, I guess I will outline them. green as well.
Alright.
Then you do a parity check for these two rows, and in this case it comes up odd. It would be 3, which is odd, not an even number.
Okay.
So that narrows you down the final column.
Nice.
Then you do a parity check for this row and this row. And I think in this case it would still come up even. So you know there hasn't been an error in these two rows.
Okay.
So that wipes off 2 more numbers, 2 more bits. So it can either be here or here. You can do the final parity check down here, and it would come up even.
Mm-hmm.
But the parity check is odd, so you know this is where your error is.
Okay, cool. And then you can just flip it. Alright, so why don't we, in the last video, we'll go back to what we had here was the wrong message, and then where we don't even know what the right message was, and we'll use this concept to try to find it like he did in the video.
Yeah.